use your ATV on the road during the summer,
Right.
right?
I think if it's,
That's not what I'm getting. I think it's only closed in the,
Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm not,
Yeah, I'm curious as, to, if you can use your ATV in the spring and the summer and the fall, I mean, how do you know when all of a sudden it's the day you can't use it? If there's no date posted for,
Sure.
for when it's no longer maintained, I mean, how does the rider know when that date is that you're not allowed to ride it versus yesterday?
yeah, I totally understand your question. I don't have an answer. Bruce, do you?
I don't know, have you actually talked to the one you have the phone number to that's waiting for a reply? We haven't really decided what we're going to do?
Yeah, I haven't, I have to, I did call, as I said, the Vermont League of Cities and Towns, and they said that the rule is that if there's certain class roads that we may be able to allow, or we may be able to give permission, but I don't know if you can give permission. I never got whether you could give permission to just certain people, like just those owners,
Yeah,
or
that we could just
does
issue.
does that open it up to any ATV?
Did the forestry, the Forest Service,
I'm expecting, oh, sorry.
Pardon me?
should you see, I know the snow wheelers use the national forest because they have the snowmobile trails
Right, and those are, it's because there's a club.
maintained by VAST.
Right. And the ATVs don't have a club that basically maintains ATV. And there are certain parts of Vermont, I guess, that have ATV trails.
Right.
But Kelly Stand is not one of them. And
I wonder if the government's going to open it up to the trails to ATVs in the future. If that's the case, it'd probably change things, but in the wintertime, I think after a certain amount of snow, it's not very feasible anyways.
It seemed like the best solution would be to come up with some kind of, very specific permit for the owners who are up there being affected by this.
So would you allow the property owners to plow the road so they can drive their four-wheelers up the road?
I would not. It sounded like the issue was that when there's not sufficient snow,
And it's icy,
that
they
they,
can't use a truck.
there's a specific time where the best way to get up there is by four-wheeler, and they can no longer do that. And they were looking for access with their four-wheelers during those times.
right. And
And it seems to me that we could write a pretty narrow permit there that says that, the property owners, we could call them all out by name, are permitted for the purposes of traveling specifically to and from their properties on the Kelly Stand with their ATVs.
Yeah, because the town only owns a road up to over the mountain to the Stratton line, and any of the fire roads going off from there.
Yeah, but I mean, we could draw just a, who can do it, when they can do it in pursuit of getting to their property. And just not write any wiggle room into it. And that would be pretty hard for anyone to find fault with, I
Then
think.
we're responsible to enforce it.
yeah, that's,
I get the feeling that if we issued the permit, that the enforcement,
So naturally, the Forest Service patrol it,
Yeah.
and the state police.
Yeah, I guess if they just showed the passive, we just.
Yeah, that just says, you know, hey,
Yeah.
these people are permitted to do this for this purpose. And he brought up as well that there'd been some ambiguity in the past with people disguising, you know, pleasure rides as for a more utilitarian purpose, but I think we can probably write it pretty narrowly and avoid anything like that.
Yeah, because one of the issues was, okay, we let you do it now.
And if they want more
You're-
people to be permitted, they can ask us on an individual basis. It doesn't sound like there are that many people affected.
Well, they're taxpayers, I would say that it'd be pretty limited to who, not that many camps.
Yeah, so it'd be, you know, pretty informal right-of-way,
Yeah.
almost.
And I thought Travis kind of mentioned that, you know, some of the places that have limited access, if it's designated to just property owners, is it property owners and their friends or their relatives?
I'd say we call people out by name. If they want people with, other than
Okay.
the people that we name, then I think they can ask for it and we can hear the request.
We might want to limit it also to the number of passes per property owner. You know, so
It would
you
just
don't get
be-
a string of names.
Like, no, John Smith may ride his ATV for the purpose of getting specifically to his property on the Kelly stand
Right.
and back.
You know, I mean, he might have a wife who has his, you know, also has an ATV, you know, but I think we should limit the number of passes we issue,
Yeah.
you know, per property owner.
So let me get a hold of Vermont, Vermont League of Cities and Towns again and see if they can come up with a form or something
Yeah.
that would be appropriate for this.
And none said guest.
Yeah.
Right, none said yes. Okay.
Maybe we'd want to put like a hold harmless and indemnify clause in there too.
Yeah, I think it would have, I'll see what if they have some kind of format or form that would be appropriate for that. Anything else on ATVs in the winter? I will try to get back next time with that and see if we can come up with a form. Okay, I don't have any other correspondence or anything. Our next meeting is December 11th at 7 PM.
Motion to adjourn?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 8:28 PM. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm getting better, huh?
I'm impressed.
I got